Have you ever felt your time slipping away? Do you reflect and wonder how much time you've wasted worrying about inconsequential matters, comparing yourself to others, chasing meaningless expectations, or being consumed by things beyond your control? Each day comprises only 24 hours, and your utilization of this time dictates the trajectory of your life. Marcus Aurelius, a preeminent Stoic philosopher, stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Today, we will explore 6 Stoic principles to help you focus inward and cease wasting time. Affirm your commitment to change by commenting, "I am focused and will not waste my time." Ready? Let's begin. 1. The perils of comparison. The inherent nature of comparison, particularly within the context of modern society and its pervasive social media landscape, necessitates a critical examination. The constant bombardment of idealized images, success, beauty, and perfection cultivates a significant psychological pressure, compelling individuals to perpetually evaluate themselves against externally imposed standards. This insidious process fosters a climate of self-doubt and discontent, undermining personal growth and well-being. The renowned Stoic philosopher, Marcus Aurelius, eloquently articulated a potent antidote to this pervasive societal ill. Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. B1. This assertion forcefully advocates a paradigm shift, urging a decisive redirection of focus from external comparisons to internal self-improvement. Rather than engaging in the futile exercise of measuring oneself against the often illusory achievements of others, individuals should dedicate their energies to cultivating their own strengths, addressing their weaknesses, and striving for personal excellence. This proactive approach fosters self-acceptance, resilience, and a genuine sense of accomplishment, ultimately leading to a more fulfilling and authentic life. The pursuit of self-improvement, rather than the pursuit of external validation, represents a far more sustainable and rewarding path to personal fulfillment. The detrimental effects of comparison are multifaceted and pervasive, impacting both psychological well-being and practical life outcomes. Constantly comparing oneself to others fosters a detrimental cycle of self-doubt and diminished personal growth. Firstly, the relentless pursuit of external validation through comparison significantly detracts from the focus required for achieving individual goals. Individuals become entangled in the pursuit of unattainable standards, diverting energy and attention away from their own unique aspirations and capabilities. For instance, fixating on the perceived successes of others, particularly as presented through curated online personas, can induce feelings of inadequacy and stifle personal motivation. Instead of concentrating on incremental progress towards personal objectives, individuals become paralyzed by a sense of inadequacy, hindering their own advancement. Secondly, the act of comparison frequently engenders feelings of inferiority and insecurity. Witnessing the accomplishments of others can trigger a sense of personal deficiency, particularly when confronted with idealized portrayals of success prevalent on social media platforms. These platforms often showcase only the highlights of individuals' lives, obscuring the struggles and setbacks inherent in any journey towards achievement. This discrepancy between perceived reality and actual experience fuels feelings of inadequacy and undermines self-esteem. Contrary to this comparative mindset, Stoic philosophy emphasizes self-improvement as the true measure of worth, rather than relative standing in comparison to others. Finally, the time and energy expended on comparative thinking represent a significant opportunity cost. Each moment dedicated to evaluating oneself against others is a moment forfeited for learning, productive work, and personal development. This creates a vicious cycle. The more time spent comparing, the greater the feelings of insecurity and self-doubt. The more insecure one feels, the less focused and productive one becomes, further perpetuating the cycle of comparison and self-devaluation. Therefore, cultivating a mindset that prioritizes self-improvement and personal growth over external validation is crucial for achieving lasting well-being and success. The distinction between negative and positive comparison is crucial to understanding personal growth and well-being. Not all comparisons are detrimental, rather, they fall into 2 distinct categories: negative, self-destructive, comparison. characterized by self-deprecating assessments and a focus on perceived shortcomings. This involves comparing oneself to others, resulting in feelings of inadequacy and failure. Individuals engaging in negative comparison consistently question, "Why are they better than me?" instead of focusing on constructive inquiry such as, "What can I learn from their success?" This approach emphasizes personal weaknesses rather than areas for improvement, fostering feelings of discouragement, demotivation, and envy. The detrimental impact on self-esteem and overall well-being is significant. Positive, constructive and developmental comparison, conversely, utilizes comparison as a catalyst for inspiration and learning. Instead of dwelling on perceived deficiencies, this approach fosters a mindset of continuous improvement. The question shifts from, "Why can they achieve this and I cannot?" to, "How can I adapt their strategies and insights to enhance my own capabilities?" Individuals engaging in positive comparison view the achievements of others not as a source of pressure or competition, but as a springboard for personal growth and development. A prime example is Oprah Winfrey, who, rather than comparing herself to other television personalities, focused on cultivating her unique style and approach. This strategic focus allowed her to build a highly successful and influential program that provided genuine value to her audience. This illustrates the transformative power of positive comparison when harnessed effectively. In conclusion, the conscious choice between negative and positive comparison significantly impacts personal development and overall success. Cultivating a mindset of constructive comparison is essential for fostering self-improvement and achieving one's full potential. Overcoming the pitfalls of comparison to cultivate self-focus, a strategic approach. Cultivating a self-centered mindset. Embrace the inherent individuality of each person's journey. Reject the unproductive practice of comparison and instead, adopt a self-referential metric. Have I made demonstrable progress today compared to yesterday? Establish concrete, measurable personal goals and diligently track your advancement toward them. This proactive approach fosters self-awareness and facilitates objective self-assessment, minimizing the influence of external comparisons. Strategic limitation of social media exposure. Social media platforms are fertile breeding grounds for comparative thinking. Therefore, it is imperative to cultivate a discerning and selective approach to their utilization. Remember that curated online personas often present a highly selective and unrealistic portrayal of reality. Consciously limit exposure to potentially triggering content and prioritize engagement with platforms and individuals that promote self-growth and positive reinforcement. The practice of gratitude as a countermeasure, rather than fixating on perceived shortcomings or deficiencies. Actively cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Regularly acknowledge and appreciate accomplishments, both large and small. The daily practice of listing 3 things for which you are grateful serves as a powerful tool for maintaining a positive and self-affirming mindset, thereby mitigating the negative impact of comparative thinking. Redefining success on personal terms. A truly fulfilling definition of success transcends the superficial metrics of wealth and fame. It encompasses personal growth, genuine happiness, and a sense of purpose and meaning. Individual definitions of success are inherently subjective and personal. The paramount objective is to live authentically, aligning your actions with your core values and aspirations. This intrinsic approach to success fosters self-acceptance and reduces the susceptibility to external validation and comparative thinking. 2. Prioritize progress over perfection. The inherent nature of perfectionism and the pursuit of progress, a comparative analysis. Perfectionism, at its core, is the unwavering belief that all endeavors must adhere to the highest conceivable standards, devoid of any flaw or imperfection. Adherents to this philosophy often find themselves paralyzed by inaction, perpetually fearing failure or the perceived inadequacy of their efforts. This debilitating mindset frequently precipitates significant stress, anxiety, and even burnout, hindering personal and professional growth. In stark contrast, the pursuit of progress emphasizes incremental improvement and continuous self-development. Unlike perfectionism's paralyzing demand for immediate flawlessness, progress champions action and learning from the process itself, embracing imperfection as an integral component of growth. As Marcus Aurelius eloquently stated, No one can become instantly wise, it takes time. This timeless observation underscores the paramount importance of consistent self-improvement over the unattainable goal of immediate perfection. The pursuit of progress acknowledges the iterative nature of development, celebrating small victories and utilizing setbacks as opportunities for learning and refinement. This approach fosters resilience, adaptability, and a more sustainable path towards personal and professional fulfillment, ultimately proving far more effective and less emotionally taxing than the unattainable ideal of perfectionism. The detrimental effects of perfectionism are multifaceted and significantly impact individuals across various aspects of their lives. Particularly in their careers, academic pursuits, and daily routines, the pursuit of flawlessness often leads to a cascade of negative consequences. Firstly, perfectionism frequently results in procrastination and missed opportunities. The fear of initiating a project or implementing an idea, stemming from a preoccupation with achieving unattainable perfection, causes individuals to forego valuable chances for growth and advancement. For instance, an entrepreneur hesitant to launch a business due to an obsessive need for a perfect plan may irrevocably lose crucial market opportunities. This inaction is a direct consequence of the paralyzing fear of imperfection. Secondly, the relentless pursuit of perfection cultivates significant psychological pressure and burnout. Individuals striving for unattainable standards consistently impose excessive demands upon themselves, leading to chronic stress, self-doubt, anxiety, and, in severe cases, depression. The inability to meet these self-imposed, often unrealistic, expectations fuels a cycle of negative self-perception and emotional exhaustion. Thirdly, perfectionism fosters a debilitating fear of failure and inhibits experimentation. The belief that all endeavors must be flawless from inception discourages risk-taking and innovation. This aversion to potential setbacks stifles creativity and prevents the exploration of new approaches, ultimately hindering personal and professional development. The inherent rigidity of this mindset prevents the learning process that arises from mistakes and setbacks. Finally, the relentless focus on achieving perfection negatively impacts productivity and efficiency. An excessive preoccupation with minute details, often inconsequential to the overall outcome, consumes valuable time and resources. This meticulous attention to trivialities detracts from the completion of larger tasks and diminishes overall output, leading to a significant decrease in work efficiency and a potential waste of valuable assets. The pursuit of an idealized outcome often overshadows the importance of timely and effective completion. Progress surpasses perfection in its demonstrable practical benefits. The pursuit of incremental advancement offers several key advantages over the often illusory goal of absolute flawlessness. Firstly, a focus on progress fosters sustained motivation. The daily observation of improvement generates a powerful impetus for continued development. Each incremental step forward cultivates a sense of accomplishment and bolsters self-confidence, creating a positive feedback loop that fuels further progress. Secondly, a progress-oriented mindset transforms setbacks into invaluable learning opportunities. Rather than shunning failure, this approach embraces it as an integral component of growth, in alignment with Stoic philosophy, which recognizes that success is invariably preceded by adversity. Obstacles are not impediments but rather pathways to achievement. As Marcus Aurelius eloquently stated, the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. Difficulties and failures, therefore, are not to be avoided but actively engaged with as essential elements of the progressive journey. Thirdly, an emphasis on progress yields tangible results. Individuals focused on advancement act decisively, eschewing the paralyzing pursuit of idealized, often unattainable, conditions. J.K. Rowling's unwavering commitment to her writing, despite numerous rejections, serves as a compelling example of this principle. Her perseverance, fueled by a focus on progress rather than the elusive perfection, ultimately culminated in the global phenomenon that is Harry Potter. Finally, a progress-oriented approach cultivates adaptability and flexibility of thought. By prioritizing incremental gains, one remains receptive to change and readily adjusts to evolving circumstances. This adaptability is paramount in navigating the dynamic and unpredictable landscape of the modern world. the relentless pursuit of perfection, conversely, often leads to stagnation and an inability to respond effectively to unforeseen challenges. Therefore, the strategic embrace of progress is not merely preferable but essential for sustained success and personal growth. Transitioning from perfectionism to a growth mindset requires a deliberate and strategic approach. To overcome the debilitating effects of perfectionism and embrace progress, consider the following actionable steps. Embrace imperfection. Acknowledge the inherent impossibility of achieving absolute perfection. No individual or endeavor attains flawless execution. Even the most accomplished individuals continuously refine their skills and knowledge through iterative improvement. Perfection is an unattainable ideal. Strive instead for excellence through consistent effort. Act despite imperfect preparation. Avoid the paralyzing trap of waiting for ideal conditions. A launched, albeit imperfect, product holds significantly more value than an eternally shelved concept. Initiating action, even with perceived shortcomings, fosters learning and accelerates progress. The iterative process of refinement is far more effective than stagnation born of perfectionistic paralysis. Establish attainable milestones. Deconstruct ambitious goals into manageable, incremental steps. For instance, instead of aiming for fluency in a new language within 3 months, set a daily objective of mastering 10 new vocabulary words. This approach promotes consistent progress and fosters a sense of accomplishment. Preventing discouragement. Transform failure into feedback. Reframe errors not as setbacks, but as invaluable learning opportunities. Document lessons learned from each failure to prevent repetition. A proactive analysis of mistakes facilitates continuous improvement and strengthens resilience. Embrace failure as an integral component of the learning process. Cultivate a growth mindset, as posited by renowned psychologist Carol Dweck. Individuals with a growth mindset believe abilities are malleable and enhanceable through dedicated effort. Internalize the empowering affirmation, "I may not be proficient now, but I can become more proficient through persistent practice and focused learning." This mindset shift is crucial for overcoming perfectionistic tendencies and embracing continuous self-improvement. Illustrative examples of progress over perfection abound. Consider the trajectory of Steve Jobs and Apple. The initial iPhone, far from a flawless product, launched with inherent limitations. Rather than delaying release until technological perfection was achieved, Apple strategically introduced the device, iteratively refining its capabilities and addressing shortcomings through subsequent versions. This approach, prioritizing market entry and continuous improvement, proved remarkably successful. Similarly, J.K. Rowling's journey to literary acclaim exemplifies the triumph of perseverance over the pursuit of unattainable perfection. Facing rejection from over 12 publishers before securing a deal for Harry Potter, she demonstrated unwavering commitment to her vision. Had she delayed publication until achieving a perceived, perfect, manuscript, the globally beloved series might never have materialized. Her experience underscores the importance of embracing imperfection as a stepping stone towards eventual success. Finally, the analogy of the marathon runner powerfully illustrates this principle. No individual completes a 42-kilometer race on their first attempt. The process necessitates a gradual progression, starting with shorter distances, perhaps 5 kilometers, then 10, and incrementally building endurance and stamina. This incremental approach mirrors the iterative nature of innovation and achievement in various fields. The pursuit of perfection, often elusive and potentially paralyzing, should be replaced by a commitment to consistent progress and continuous improvement. 3. Eliminate distractions. The essence of distraction. A formal analysis. Defining distraction. Distraction is any stimulus that diverts attention from a primary objective. Two fundamental categories exist: external and internal distractions. External distractions encompass environmental stimuli such as notifications from electronic devices, mobile phones, social media platforms, email, ambient noise, and interpersonal interruptions. Internal distractions, conversely, originate from cognitive processes. These include intrusive thoughts, anxieties, stress, and procrastination. The pernicious effects of distraction. The consequences of unchecked distraction are demonstrably detrimental. Firstly, productivity suffers significantly. Frequent interruptions necessitate a substantial reinvestment of cognitive resources to regain focus, resulting in a net loss of efficiency and output. Secondly, distraction leads to a profound loss of temporal control. Individuals may spend hours engrossed in unproductive activities, such as social media browsing or video consumption, without a conscious awareness of the considerable time expenditure. Thirdly, the cumulative effect of persistent distraction negatively impacts mental well-being. The inability to achieve predefined goals fosters feelings of stress and anxiety, potentially escalating into more serious psychological conditions. Finally, and perhaps most critically, distraction actively impedes personal growth and development. The failure to dedicate sufficient time and attention to meaningful objectives inevitably hinders progress toward long-term aspirations. In conclusion, the pervasive nature of distraction demands proactive mitigation strategies to safeguard productivity, mental health, and overall personal advancement. Distraction stems from diverse sources, broadly categorized as follows: technology and social media. The incessant barrage of notifications from phones, emails, and messaging applications constitutes a significant impediment to concentration. A single notification can disrupt the flow of thought, requiring several minutes, or even hours, to regain focus. Social media platforms such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube are meticulously designed to maximize engagement through the continuous delivery of novel content, fostering a state of passive consumption that often goes unnoticed. Furthermore, the pervasive practice of multitasking, attempting to perform multiple tasks concurrently, demonstrably diminishes concentration and reduces overall productivity. Environmental factors, auditory distractions and interruptions from others significantly impair cognitive function. Working within a noisy or frequently disrupted environment inevitably compromises the ability to maintain focus. Similarly, a cluttered workspace serves as a visual distraction, negatively impacting efficiency and productivity. The physical environment plays a crucial role in shaping one's ability to concentrate. Psychological and personal habits. The absence of clearly defined goals contributes significantly to susceptibility to distraction. Without a prioritized understanding of what constitutes the most important tasks, individuals are more likely to be diverted by less significant activities. A lack of self-discipline, manifested by the absence of a structured time management plan, further exacerbates this vulnerability, leading to engagement in unproductive activities. Procrastination, the deliberate avoidance of challenging tasks in favor of less demanding alternatives, represents a significant obstacle to effective work habits and sustained concentration. Addressing these psychological and behavioral factors is crucial for mitigating the impact of distractions. Eliminating distractions and enhancing focus, a comprehensive guide. This guide provides a structured approach to minimizing distractions and maximizing focus, encompassing proactive strategies and mindful practices. Effective focus requires a multi-pronged approach, addressing both environmental and internal factors, identifying and eliminating distractions. Proactive identification of distractions is paramount. Maintain a daily log documenting interruptions to pinpoint recurring patterns. Implement technological solutions. Disable non-essential notifications on all devices, utilizing "do not disturb" modes during focused work periods. Employ website blockers such as Freedom, Cold Turkey, or Stay Focused to curtail unproductive online activity. Establish a dedicated workspace, free from visual and auditory distractions. Minimize interruptions by communicating your need for uninterrupted focus to colleagues and family members. Implementing effective time management techniques. Employ proven time management strategies to optimize productivity. The Pomodoro technique, involving 25-minute focused work intervals followed by 5-minute breaks, with longer breaks after every 4 cycles, promotes sustained concentration. Prioritize tasks using the Eisenhower matrix. Categorize tasks as urgent and important, immediate action. Important but not urgent, scheduling. Urgent but not important, delegation if possible. And not urgent and not important, elimination. Restrict email and social media access to designated times. For example, twice daily rather than continuous monitoring. Prioritizing quality over quantity. Focus on process rather than solely on achieving a flawless outcome. This prevents getting bogged down in unnecessary details. Conserving valuable time and mental energy. Embrace single tasking. The human brain is not optimally designed for multitasking. Concentrate on completing one task thoroughly before moving to the next, ensuring higher quality output and reduced errors. Cultivating focused habits. Establish a consistent work routine. Regularity fosters a predictable rhythm, conditioning the mind for focused work during specific times. Develop the ability to redirect wandering thoughts. When mental distractions arise, gently redirect your attention back to the primary task. Incorporate mindfulness practices, such as meditation, to enhance focus and awareness of distracting thoughts. Regular mindfulness exercises cultivate mental resilience against interruptions. Setting boundaries. Learn to assertively decline unnecessary conversations, invitations, or requests that disrupt your workflow. Clearly communicate your work schedule and boundaries to those around you, particularly if working from home. Establish clear expectations regarding interruptions, ensuring respect for your focused work periods. This proactive communication minimizes disruptions and fosters a supportive environment conducive to concentration. Practical examples of managing distractions. A. Marcus Aurelius and focused attention. In his Meditations, Marcus Aurelius forcefully asserts the inherent human capacity for self-directed thought management. He consistently emphasizes the imperative of focusing on controllable elements, thereby actively mitigating the debilitating effects of irrelevant distractions. This unwavering commitment to internal control serves as a powerful testament to the efficacy of mindful attention management. B. Bill Gates and the Think Week. Bill Gates's annual Think Week, a period of complete digital and social isolation, exemplifies a proactive approach to distraction mitigation. This deliberate disengagement from external stimuli allows for the unimpeded pursuit of strategic thinking, creative ideation, and focused intellectual exploration, ultimately contributing to his remarkable success. C. High-achieving athletes. The unwavering focus exhibited by Olympic-level athletes provides compelling evidence of the competitive advantage derived from effective distraction management. Their success hinges not merely on physical prowess, but also on a rigorous mental discipline that actively filters out extraneous factors, allowing for complete concentration on training regimens and incremental performance enhancement. This unwavering commitment to focused attention underscores the critical role of distraction control in achieving peak performance. 4. The inherent value of self-focus. Understanding self-focus, a necessary recalibration. The misconception that prioritizing self-care equates to selfishness is a pervasive and detrimental one. Contrary to popular belief, dedicating time and energy to personal growth is not an act of neglect, but rather a foundational element of contributing meaningfully to one's relationships, career, and community. Investing in oneself fosters a more capable, resilient, and ultimately, more effective individual. As Marcus Aurelius astutely observed, if you are concerned with what others think of you, you are placing yourself in their power. This highlights a crucial truth. An over-reliance on external validation relinquishes personal autonomy and hinders genuine self-determination. The pursuit of self-improvement, therefore, is not a selfish endeavor, but a strategic investment in one's capacity to positively impact the world. It empowers individuals to make conscious choices aligned with their values and goals, fostering a sense of agency and control over their lives. This proactive approach to personal development ultimately benefits not only the individual but also those within their sphere of influence. By cultivating self-awareness and prioritizing personal well-being, individuals are better equipped to navigate challenges, build stronger relationships, and contribute more effectively to society as a whole. The path to personal fulfillment and meaningful contribution begins with a resolute commitment to self-improvement, a commitment that is anything but selfish. The benefits of self-focus are multifaceted and contribute significantly to a fulfilling and successful life. Prioritizing self-understanding facilitates the achievement of crucial life goals. Enhanced self-awareness. A profound understanding of oneself is paramount for personal growth. Without self-awareness, individuals become susceptible to external pressures and societal expectations, hindering authentic self-expression. Introspection is key. What truly brings happiness? What are one's core values? What are the desired life achievements? Consider the example of an individual leaving a high-paying but unfulfilling job to pursue a personally meaningful career path, demonstrating a prioritization of intrinsic value over extrinsic rewards. Improved emotional regulation. Self-focus empowers individuals to mitigate the influence of external opinions on their emotional well-being. As Marcus Aurelius eloquently stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." For instance, an individual facing criticism in the workplace can respond by objectively evaluating feedback rather than succumbing to anger or discouragement. Showcasing emotional resilience. Increased focus and goal attainment. By minimizing distractions stemming from societal norms and comparative evaluations, individuals can dedicate their energy towards achieving personal objectives. A strategic approach involves creating a detailed list of short-term and long-term goals, followed by the elimination of obstacles hindering progress. The dedication of an Olympic athlete, solely focused on personal performance improvement rather than the achievements of competitors, exemplifies this principle. Stress reduction and improved mental well-being. Disengaging from unnecessary concerns leads to a significant reduction in stress and an enhancement of mental well-being. Practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and journaling facilitate self-focus and provide a buffer against external stressors. Successful entrepreneurs often incorporate these practices into their routines to maintain focus and mitigate stress, highlighting their efficacy. Development of self-confidence. Self-focus cultivates self-esteem based on personal growth rather than external validation. Oprah Winfrey's success serves as a compelling example. She eschewed prevailing television standards, forging her own unique path and achieving lasting success, demonstrating the power of self-belief and independent thought. This underscores the importance of self-defined success over externally imposed metrics. Effectively prioritizing self-focus necessitates a multi-pronged approach. Firstly, eliminating extraneous influences is paramount. This involves strategically minimizing or abstaining from social media consumption to mitigate the pervasive impact of others' lives. Furthermore, cultivating the assertive ability to decline non-essential commitments is crucial for reclaiming personal agency. Establishing a meticulously structured personal schedule is non-negotiable. Without proactive time management, external forces will inevitably dictate one's agenda. Secondly, the articulation and pursuit of clearly defined personal development goals are indispensable. Employing the SMART framework, specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound, ensures goal efficacy. For instance, instead of the vague aspiration, "I want to learn English," a SMART goal would be, "I will learn 10 new English words daily for 3 months." This precision facilitates progress tracking and fosters a sense of accomplishment. Thirdly, the cultivation of robust personal discipline is essential. This entails the consistent practice of healthy habits, including regular physical exercise, intellectual stimulation through reading and continuous learning, and the acquisition of new skills. As Marcus Aurelius eloquently stated, "Discipline is freedom." This assertion underscores the transformative power of self-control in mitigating the influence of external pressures and fostering autonomy. Finally, the strategic cultivation of healthy relationships is vital. This necessitates the decisive removal of toxic relationships that drain energy and erode self-confidence. Surrounding oneself with individuals who provide inspiration and encouragement is essential for sustained personal growth and well-being. This supportive network serves as a catalyst for self-improvement and reinforces positive self-perception. Illustrative examples of the value of self-focused ambition readily demonstrate its efficacy. A. Steve Jobs. Singular visionary focus. Steve Jobs, rather than engaging in competitive emulation, relentlessly pursued the creation of superior products according to his own uncompromising vision. The demonstrable outcome, the iPhone, a revolutionary technological achievement that redefined an industry. B. Oprah Winfrey. Cultivating intrinsic value. Oprah Winfrey, despite facing numerous rejections throughout her career, steadfastly refused to compromise her principles. Instead of conforming to prevailing industry standards, she prioritized the creation of genuinely valuable content, a strategy that yielded unparalleled success. C. Everyday manifestations of self-directed achievement. Consider the student who prioritizes academic excellence over comparative grading, thereby maximizing their potential for intellectual growth. Similarly, the employee who focuses on skill enhancement rather than succumbing to anxieties surrounding the professional advancement of colleagues demonstrates a proactive approach to career development, ultimately increasing their long-term prospects. These examples underscore the undeniable correlation between self-focused ambition and the attainment of significant personal and professional achievements. 4. The inherent value of self-focus. Understanding self-focus. A necessary clarification. The misconception that prioritizing self-care equates to selfishness is pervasive. Contrary to this popular belief, dedicating time and energy to personal growth is not an act of neglect, but rather a crucial investment in one's capacity for contribution. By focusing on self-improvement, individuals cultivate a more effective and compassionate presence in all aspects of their lives, familial, professional, and social. As Marcus Aurelius eloquently stated, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be." B1. This sentiment underscores the importance of directing one's energy towards personal betterment rather than dissipating it in the unproductive pursuit of external validation or the anxieties of others' actions. An overemphasis on the needs and opinions of others invariably leads to a relinquishing of personal agency and a diminished capacity for meaningful contribution. True altruism stems from a foundation of self-awareness and self-mastery, allowing for a more sustainable and impactful engagement with the world. Therefore, the cultivation of one's well-being is not a selfish pursuit, but a fundamental prerequisite for effective and meaningful participation in society. The benefits of self-focused living are multifaceted, contributing significantly to a more meaningful and successful life. Prioritizing self-development yields substantial returns across various aspects of well-being. Enhanced self-awareness. Understanding oneself is foundational to personal growth. Without a clear grasp of one's desires and aspirations, individuals become susceptible to external pressures and societal expectations. Introspective questioning is crucial. What truly brings me happiness? What are my core values? What are my overarching life goals? Consider, for example, an individual who forgoes a high-paying but unfulfilling career to pursue a personal passion. This decision reflects a prioritization of intrinsic satisfaction and personal growth over material wealth. Improved emotional regulation. A self-focused approach diminishes the influence of external opinions on one's emotional state. As Marcus Aurelius eloquently stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." For instance, an employee receiving negative feedback from a supervisor can utilize this critique as an opportunity for professional development rather than succumbing to discouragement. This proactive approach demonstrates emotional mastery. Increased focus and goal attainment. Minimizing distractions allows for the efficient allocation of energy towards achieving objectives. Effective strategies include creating detailed short-term and long-term goal lists, eliminating extraneous factors hindering progress, and implementing regular progress evaluations to facilitate necessary adjustments. The dedication of an Olympic athlete, for example, is characterized by a singular focus on self-improvement, rather than being preoccupied with competitors' performances. Stress reduction and improved mental health. Disengaging from unnecessary concerns fosters a sense of mental clarity and reduces stress. Practices such as meditation, mindfulness, and journaling are instrumental in cultivating self-awareness and mitigating external influences. The success of many high-achieving entrepreneurs is often attributed to their incorporation of these practices into their routines to maintain focus and mitigate stress. Cultivation of self-confidence. Self-focused individuals derive self-worth from personal growth rather than external validation. Oprah Winfrey's unwavering commitment to her unique vision, independent of prevailing television standards, exemplifies the power of self-belief in achieving lasting success. This demonstrates that authentic self-expression, rather than conforming to external pressures, is a key driver of sustainable achievement and self-assuredness. Effectively prioritizing self-focus necessitates a multi-pronged approach. Firstly, eliminating extraneous influences is paramount. This involves consciously minimizing or abstaining from social media consumption to mitigate the pervasive impact of others' lives. Furthermore, cultivating the assertive ability to decline non-essential commitments is crucial for reclaiming personal agency. Establishing a meticulously structured personal schedule is non-negotiable. Without proactive time management, external forces will inevitably dictate one's agenda. Secondly, the articulation and pursuit of clearly defined personal goals are indispensable. The SMART framework provides a robust methodology. Specific objectives must be precisely articulated. Measurable criteria must be established to track progress. Achievability necessitates realistic goal setting. Relevance ensures alignment with personal values. And time-bound parameters establish deadlines for completion. For instance, instead of the vague aspiration, "I want to learn English," a SMART goal would be, "I will learn 10 new vocabulary words daily for 3 months." Thirdly, the cultivation of personal discipline is essential. This involves the consistent practice of healthy habits, encompassing regular physical exercise, intellectual stimulation through reading, and the acquisition of new skills. As Marcus Aurelius eloquently stated, "Discipline is freedom." This assertion highlights the transformative power of self-control over thoughts and actions, liberating individuals from the capricious dictates of their environment. Finally, the cultivation of healthy relationships is vital. Detrimental relationships that drain energy or erode self-confidence must be actively avoided. Surrounding oneself with individuals who provide inspiration and encouragement is essential for sustained personal growth and well-being. This strategic cultivation of supportive relationships fosters a positive and empowering environment conducive to self-focus and personal development. Illustrative examples of the value of self-focus. A. Steve Jobs, concentration on personal vision. Steve Jobs disregarded competitive pressures, focusing solely on crafting superior products according to his own vision. The result, the iPhone, a revolutionary technological achievement. Oprah Winfrey, cultivating intrinsic value. Oprah persevered despite numerous career setbacks in television. She refused to conform to industry standards, instead concentrating on producing genuinely valuable content. 5. Resilience is cultivated through self-focus. Resilience. Definition and significance. A. Defining resilience. Resilience is the capacity to withstand challenges, setbacks, and adversity without succumbing or surrendering. It is not about avoiding hardship, but about confronting, adapting to, and growing from negative experiences. B. The importance of resilience. Life inevitably presents challenges. Everyone encounters difficulties. The difference lies in how one responds. Resilience provides stability. Without the ability to self-regulate and maintain direction, individuals become vulnerable to pressure and lose control when faced with obstacles. Long-term success demands perseverance. No significant goal is achieved without overcoming obstacles. As Marcus Aurelius stated, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Challenges, therefore, are not impediments but opportunities for growth. Focusing on oneself cultivates resilience. Investing time and energy in personal growth fosters resilience. The following strategies demonstrate how self-focus builds mental fortitude. Clearly defined values and personal goals. Understanding one's priorities prevents wavering during adversity. Implementation. Identify core values, e.g., integrity, learning, discipline, creativity. Define long-term goals and focus on incremental progress. For example, an entrepreneur will persevere through initial setbacks, understanding their ultimate objective. Cultivating positive and adaptive thinking. Adaptability mitigates the impact of challenges. Implementation. Instead of, "I failed," ask, "What can I learn?" Document past successes to reinforce resilience. For example, a marathon runner focuses on personal improvement, not competitors' times. Emotional self-regulation. Controlling thoughts and emotions minimizes external influence. Marcus Aurelius stated, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. Implementation. Practice controlled responses. Pause before reacting to negativity. Utilize meditation and mindfulness for mental clarity. For example, an entrepreneur unaffected by online criticism understands their value and mission. Embracing failure as a stepping stone. Failure is not terminal, but a learning opportunity. Implementation. Analyze setbacks objectively. Avoiding self-recrimination. Cultivate a growth mindset. I'm not there yet, but I can improve. For example, J.K. Rowling's perseverance through 12 rejections before publishing Harry Potter exemplifies this. Building discipline and persistence. Persistence surpasses talent. While initial mastery may elude you, consistent effort yields long-term success. Implementation. Establish sustainable habits, e.g., reading 10 minutes daily. Exercising 30 minutes. Maintain self-commitment. For example, a successful musician's talent is complemented by years of dedicated practice. Illustrative examples of resilience through self-focus. Steve Jobs, unwavering despite setbacks. Steve Jobs was dismissed from the company he founded. Rather than succumbing to this failure, he continued his self-development, founding Pixar before returning to Apple and transforming it into a global powerhouse. Oprah Winfrey, overcoming adversity to achieve success. Oprah endured a challenging upbringing and faced numerous rejections in her pursuit of a television career. Instead of yielding, she focused on honing her presentation skills and cultivating her personal brand. Everyday individuals overcoming challenges. An individual facing job loss, instead of despairing, dedicates time to acquiring new skills and secures superior employment. A student failing an initial examination, rather than abandoning their studies, refines their learning methods and achieves higher marks subsequently. Cultivating resilience involves focusing on self-mastery. First, learn to control your thoughts and emotions. When facing adversity, instead of panicking, pause, and objectively assess the situation. Employ Marcus Aurelius' 3 questions method. Is this within my control? What can I do to improve this situation? If it's unchangeable, how can I accept it? Second, develop adaptability skills. Change is inevitable. Failure to adapt breeds helplessness. Accept the uncontrollables. Learn from those who have overcome similar challenges. Finally, cultivate perseverance through daily actions. Resilience isn't instantaneous, it's built daily through small steps. For example, aspiring writers should write 500 words daily. Rather than waiting for inspiration, pause and reflect. How much time today have you spent comparing yourself to others? How many minutes have you wasted worrying about things beyond your control? Life is not about pleasing others, it's about self-improvement. You don't need to be perfect, you simply need to be a better version of yourself each day. If you found this video valuable, like and share it to spread this message. Subscribe to ensure you don't miss future inspirational content. Begin today. In the comments, share your biggest time waster and how you plan to change it. We are eager to hear your insights. Ready to continue your journey of inner strength. The next video awaits. Click now to continue exploring.